Let's listen in.
Having found the first respondent was not validly elected, the consequential order which commends itself is that a declaration which I hereby make that the election of Owino Paul Ongili Babu, the first respondent herein, as member of the National Assembly, Bagas East constituency, is annulled, and the election be repeated in accordance with the Constitution and the election laws. The last issue is in respect of costs. I have considered all the arguments of the parties. I have also taken into account the recent decisions of the court, of this court, and I have come to the conclusion that the first and third respondents should shoulder or should pay costs assessed at 5 million, so each one of them is to pay 2.5 million. Those are the orders of the court. Thank you. Yes. You will get certified copies of the judgment. You will also get the remaining part of the proceedings, and I can assure you by 2. So you will collect. Please send your representative, they will get. Thank you.
Well, the end should not justify the means is the key message that Justice Joseph Sergon is sending out at this moment at that court. He's just finished reading his ruling. He's nullified the election of Babu Owino, of course known as Paul Ongili, as Embakasi East Member of Parliament. He has agreed with the petition brought by Francis Mureithi, who was the Jubilee candidate in that particular poll. And he says that for Justice Sergon, he says that it was impossible to verify results in certain polling stations. He also spoke about differences in Forms 35A and 35B. To be specific, in one certain area, he said in 35B, it was recorded that Francis Mureithi had 0 votes. But when you go to the original Form 35A, there were 283 votes. And of course, he was questioning what happened to the votes in this particular matter. Babu Owino, they are presenting a brave face, but you could clearly see a bit earlier on that the news did hit him hard, as our cameraman tried to get you that shot. He's together with as part of his legal team there. We've seen Edwin Sifuna, who recently took on a new role within ODM, and several other ODM supporters. Jaro Soja, who is also known in many circles, among others. Jackson Awele, also part of the team here that has come round Babu Owino to discuss, sort of give him consolation that it's not the end. You can still appeal. You can go back to the ballot box and do this election again. And of course, you remember that a recount was ordered by Justice Joseph Sergon, a vote recount. The vote recount report that was filed in court last week shows that Babu won the disputed contest with 46,817 votes against Mureithe's 42,501 votes. But for Justice Sergon, he says, you know what, the ends must justify the means. Despite that final vote, it was impossible to verify results in certain polling stations. The process had an issue, despite what the final result may have been. So let the people of Embakasi East vote again. let the process be fully followed so that the winner of this poll will be known once and for all, and you know, they can begin to serve the people or continue to serve the people depending on who will win that election. I'm sure our camera crew there will try and get you reactions, especially from Babu Owino just outside this courtroom. But for now, you can see the sort of a lot of, like, not really commotion necessarily, but the crowd push as everyone's just trying to come out and trying to, in a sense, come to terms with the announcement here that has been made, or the ruling that has been read by Justice Joseph Sergon. This is what is happening for you at the moment at the Milimani Law Courts. We're also waiting to hear what will happen in the same location before Justice Pauline Nyamwea. She'll issue a judgment on whether Governor Ngilu was validly elected as governor or not. Remember, the former governor challenged Ngilu's win. That's another matter we are following for you. But it seems like Babu Owino wants to speak. Let's listen in.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, media. So, whereas we respect the decision of the court, we strongly disagree with the observations and the conclusions by the judge. The analysis of the evidence that was presented before him and the consequential orders that he has given. Absolutely no doubt that is the will of the people of Embakasi East, as was expressed on the 8th of August. So the decision has already been taken by the legal team here to file an appeal. I believe my learned colleague, Mr. Awele, his staff at his office are already filing the appeal as we speak. We will fight this particular decision until we find what we consider to be a true reflection of the will of the people of Embakasi. Yes.
Thank you very much. And as Babu Owino, I would like to state clearly that the whole nation knows what's happening. The whole nation knows that this is a war between the president, the deputy president versus Babu Owino. It is not news that I've been opposing the government because the government was not legitimately elected by the people of Kenya. And the judiciary is so sad that the executive arm of the government, which is led by the president and the deputy president, is controlling and manipulating the judiciary. It is so sad. The judge himself ordered for scrutiny and a recount of votes in all the polling stations, which is something very rare to be given under normal circumstances. But after that, even in that, we won with a very big margin. The judge has decided to nullify the election. I'll respect that decision. I will appeal the decision. But I know that what can't kill you can only make you stronger. And any weapon that is set against me, against the people of Embakasi East, shall not prosper. I thank all Kenyans, all NASA supporters, and everybody who came for this case. And I'm strong. I'm not a person who can be brought down easily.
Yes.
If it is God who created me, there is no man who can decide my destiny. If Uhuru decides and Ruto to come and vie in Embakasi East, I will beat them yesterday and very early in the morning. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
True to character, defiant, unbowed, Paul Ongili, better known as Babu Owino, stating that he respects the decision of Justice Joseph Sergon. He disagrees with it, but he says he respects the court on this matter. He sees a bigger conspiracy by the executive to have him removed as the Member of Parliament of Embakasi East, but he says he's ready, as part of his conspiracy, he's ready to take whoever would want to fight him, even as he looks towards the next couple of steps with his legal team. According to Edwin Sifuna, who's part of the legal team that came to support him, Babu Owino will appeal. Jackson Awele, who's dealing directly with Babu in this matter, his law firm is already preparing an appeal that they will immediately move with, even as news still continues to sort of move out to the rest of the world or the rest of the